Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the AfroMattt Show. This is episode number 72. 72. It feels like a long time, but hey, I'm here for it. Um, it's episode 72 brought to you by only me today. I'm literally dressed like literally, if you're just listening, I'm wearing a shirt. First off, it is missing a button. It's missing this middle button, so my chest is completely exposed in the middle. It is also completely ripped on the shoulder. My entire shoulder is ripped, and if I turn around, you'll see the entire collar is detached from the back of the shirt. Here, let me. I am literally quite literally dressed like a homeless person doing the podcast. I'm in a bad way. My life's in shambles. Uh, I really can't even believe I'm dressed like this. I don't even know why I have this shirt. I'm just too lazy to throw this shirt out, and it's the shirt I wear when it's it's the end of the laundry cycle. So I'm running out of good clothes to wear. Um, so yeah, it literally has whole like rips and tears. Like this shirt is actually ripped at the shoulder. I am homeless. I'm mentally homeless. I do have a job and I do live in an apartment, but I'm physically dressed like a homeless person. I wouldn't honestly be surprised if I was like waiting on the sidewalk to cross the road if someone like motioned me to come over to their car to give me some, like if I was dressed like this, I would probably like I haven't shaved in a while. My beard's super patchy. My hair is out of control. I look homeless. I truly look homeless. I should just start doing this podcast from the side of the road. I have an amp. I can bring a power supply, plug in the amp, plug in a microphone, and just start rambling. Just just on the side of the road, dressed exactly how I am now. I'm doing the podcast except from the safety of my home, from the side of the street, and I'll have my phone there, and we'll be able to go into hey, welcome to the podcast, guys. It's Gay Pride Month, episode 72. Welcome. And people walking by, they're like, he's been doing this, he's done this 72 times just on the side of the road. I can bring a little stool or something, so I'm physically taller than people so I have some authority when I'm speaking. People like a tall people really Humans are so dumb in that sense that they respect anyone who's just a little bit higher than them, like even just height. Like anyone who's on a stage, like if they get on a stage, everyone just kind of like looks at them. Like, have you ever been at like a play and it hasn't started yet, but someone gets on the stage and you're like, whoa, that guy's important. Height is a big thing with humans. Um, it's interesting. just height in general. Um, like every president has been 6 foot, I think, or higher, or taller, or in Henry Taft, was it Henry Taft? 6 foot wide. That guy was fat. Uh, um, what was that guy's name? Henry Taft. I think it was Henry Taft. Taft. Yep, Henry Taft, the what is it? 20th president? I don't even know. Quite frankly, don't care. He had a pretty badass mustache too, though. He was the fattest president, that's for sure. Dude, what? Why aren't our presidents aren't badass anymore? Like, I feel like the most badass president was Andrew Jackson. Was pretty badass. He had like he had dead ass like like he would like some people play checkers recreationally. He would have gun duels. He was shot like 20 times. Uh, and he would just like duel people, and he threw like a rager at the White House. He had like he opened up the White House to the public, and he's like, "Yo guys, yo, it's gonna be Project X type shit up in this White House." Of course, only whites allowed in the White House during those times, but he's like, "Yo, Project X type shit up in this house, up in this White House," and so everyone came through, and it started getting wild, mad pedestrians up in the White House, and it started getting crowded. Things started getting taken. Windows started getting smashed. So eventually, after 2 days of constant partying in the White House, Andrew Jackson, he's like, "Yo, we gotta deal with this, because you're not allowed to tell someone to leave the White House. You're not allowed to kick someone out. They have to leave on their own accord." I think it's some sort of weird tradition, but they're like, we gotta get these people out. So what they did was they bought like 6 or 7 massive barrels of beer, like kegs, and they're like, "Yo, kegs on the lawn, kegs on the lawn." Everyone's like, "Oh shit, they got kegs on the lawn." So they left the White House, and as people were leaving, they're like, locking the doors, keeping everyone out. And then so they all left the White House, like this huge rager, and then the party continued on the White House, and like shit was burning for like 4 days. It was a rager. We need presidents like Andrew Jackson back. President Roosevelt, he was doing a speech, literally got shot during the speech and continued his speech. Someone attempted to assassinate President Roosevelt. He got shot and then continued his speech. That is the ballsiest move. Like, imagine this podcast. I got shot and I continued doing the podcast. First off, that would be a badass podcast and one hell of a clip. God, if that did not go viral on anything, I would rather have been killed by the stray. In this neighborhood, I never know what a stray might hit. There was someone who I think someone got shot down the street. There was yesterday. There was like four trucks. 2 of them cop cars. One of them was an ambulance. One of them was a fire truck. Literally, like, adjacent. The apartment's adjacent to mine, and they were all looking inside of a car. I'm like, dude, did someone have a car bomb go off or something? I don't know. I thought maybe someone was shooting up, like, not like not the school shooting up type situation, but shooting heroin. God, we need more people shooting up heroines instead of schools. That's what I would run on under as president. Shoot up heroin, not schools. That's a tweet. Shoot up heroin, not schools. Hey, that's the platform that AfroMattt would run on. Vote AfroMattt for 2024. Shoot up heroin, not schools. Smiley face. It's a sad state of affairs. I've noticed myself becoming, and these podcasts are kind of like they're like a visual audio journal, time capsule throughout whatever's going on in the world. So I try to capture the news and whatnot, but also what I'm thinking. And recently I've been becoming skeptical of life. Not that I want to, blow my brains out. Not skeptical in living, but skeptical in life in general. It's just like today, driving home today, it got really weird because traffic was, and there's no traffic. Like, usually when I'm going home, it's almost a clean ride. Today, traffic was backed up for three whole exits, like bumper to bumper gridlock traffic. Like I'm in New York or something, like just gridlock crawling speed traffic. And I think to myself, I'm like, where did where did all these like people come from? Like the NPCs just spawned. There's never people here. We have a population of like not even a quarter of a big city. We're an okay sized city. We're not rural, but we're not a big city. Why is there gridlock traffic? So I started thinking, and of course this is my paranoia speaking, but it's just like I'm like, first thing I thought was like zombie apocalypse type vibes. You know, like in zombie movies when it's like the zombie shit starts going on. You see like smoke rising up in the distance, and then it's like gridlock traffic because people are trying to like leave. Like anytime anything bad happens, people just try to leave the city. So I'm like, dude, what is going on? I'm checking the news. I'm like, are they doing rolling blackouts? Is the food shortage? I thought maybe Joe Biden just said on the news, he's like, yeah, we got no food. Yeah, we got no food. Or imagine he said, yeah, the wheat harvest for this year was 0 because of COVID. Like, I immediately assumed the worst, and then I went to Walmart, and Walmart was jam packed with people. Like, and I'm recording this on a Thursday. It's a Thursday. It's like why is there so many NPCs at Walmart? But I mean, it is what it is. I don't think it's the end of the world that people are. There's a lot of people, but I don't know. I just had like glimpses in my head of like possible futures, and that's the evolutionary trait that separates us from the apes. We can look into possible futures. We envision ourselves being eaten by the lion. Therefore, we don't want to get eaten by the lion. I don't think other animals can do that. They don't have the ability to conjure images in their mind of possible futures. That's a special trait of humans. It causes anxiety and depression, but it's a unique trait. I don't think I've ever seen a dog depressed because he doesn't know what to do with his life. I think he's good. Like no, but I had like images of like food riots, people storming Walmarts, chaos, people drive like a truck driving right through the double doors of Walmart, just straight in, and just loading up the back of their truck with like potatoes, beans, and peeling out of there. And then everyone goes crazy and starts looting. The customers go absolute apeshit. That's what was going through my mind. I'm like, dude, what's going on? But that's probably not for a couple months. I hope it doesn't get that bad. Although it would be kind of funny that if the entire country fell apart under the Biden administration, it's like it would kind of be funny. I mean, they try so hard to get Biden in, and it's like Biden had everything going for him. He was running against Donald Trump. Donald Trump. He gets in, and then the whole country just goes to shit. There's another civil war. Imagine all the worst shit. The food shortages, riots. Half the 10% of the population died due to starvation. The supply chain falls out. The Ukraine war. Gas is $5 now. And dude, don't even get me started with gas. I really want to just. Dude, I'm getting Donnie T back in office. I really don't. I really do not even care. I will tweet. I don't care who knows it. I'm voting Donald Trump for next election. I'm done with this shit. I'm done. I don't even like Donald Trump as a person. But gas was like $1 when he was president, and I'm not a dumbass. I'm not one of those Trump equals low gas, Biden equals high gas. No, I'm not retarded like that. But hey, things felt a little smoother. Granted, things probably wouldn't be smooth even with Trump right now. Yeah, who knows? Maybe I won't vote for Trump. I probably won't. But because voting really doesn't matter. But I do want some low gas prices. Honestly, whoever runs next election and just says gas will be back to I'll take $2.50. That's hey, that's I'm just asking less than 3 at this point. I don't want to pay $5 a gallon. I don't want to pay $5 a gallon. I'd rather shoot myself than pay $5 a gallon. Are you crazy? I don't even pay $5 for food at lunch. I want to be paying $5 a gallon. Are you crazy? I eat ramen for lunch. That's like $2. I am fueling myself with less money than I'm fueling my car. Are you retarded? I fuel myself for less money than I fuel my car. Let that sink in. I literally filled up my tank yesterday. Filled up. $56. $56. I literally am on like a diet right now. I'm not on a diet. This is my recession. I'm dressed like a hobo and I'm screaming about the recession. I know I eat ramen. I probably only spend $50 a week on food to fuel myself, and more for my car. All right, whatever. Let's get into the news. I'm tired of this. What were we even talking about? Oh yeah. Let's oh gosh, I don't even know what to talk about. Dude, news is so depressing. It's so hard to do this show and try to make it not the absolute worst. Let's just go into ballistics blankets. So, as you may have heard, there's been like some school shootings and stuff. So, we're just gonna watch this because this is pretty funny. I heard this on Fox News, and this was a wildly hot take. This is a hot take. This is a molten core piping, like white hot molten metal take.
I mean, this is just beyond shocking. I would like to see a national push toward, instead of parents buying their kids all these tools and toys and games, invest in the classroom to make it safer. There are companies out there that will do that. They'll come out and they'll do threat assessment of the whole school. They'll say, this is an area of vulnerability that you might want to address, and this is how we would address it. And they have blankets that you can put up on the wall that are colorful and beautiful, but they're ballistic blankets. I mean, there are ways to obscure the classroom windows so that the shooter can't have target acquisition. I mean, there's just a million tools out there, but and we've been banging this drum for years. Let's start investing in our kids and in the safety of our children.
I think that might not be the solution. I think that ballistic blankets in the classroom is not what needs to happen here. And in the same vein, granted, I don't think the solution is banning all guns. Because once you start banning all guns, the government starts taking like weird overreaches, reach-arounds, if you will. Reach-arounds, and they'll start, slowly groping you and touching you in ways you don't like. Essentially, without guns, the government feels like they can do more to you physically and mentally and socially. And quite honestly, what I'm trying to say is the government will rape you without guns. The only really reason is to have a gun is, one, I have a gun. It's not a big shotgun or anything. I would like a shotgun. They're a little pricey. I've looked into it, but and also I'm kind of scared of stray bullets from shotguns. It's kind of hard to, they kind of go in a big cone. So also they blast massive hole. They blast ass, bro. They blast ass. So they're fun to shoot though at a range shotgun. If you ever get a chance to shoot a shotgun at a range, don't be scared. It's so much fun. Like if ammo wasn't, $1 a shot, I would shoot it all day long. It's super fun. It just like it's just fun. Like I don't know why shooting is fun, but it is fun, and that's just undeniable. Unless you're a pussy cuck shittard. Yeah, those cucks. But yeah, getting rid of the guns is not is not the solution. It is a solution. But I don't think it's the best. I heard this from someone, and I think this might be a good solution. Okay, so instead of banning guns, just make the ammo expensive. That way, if you want to shoot someone, you have to really want to shoot someone, right? First off, buying a gun is expensive, but if you have to pay, let's say, $5 a piece of ammo, that's a box of 40 is like, what is that, $200? You have to really want to shoot that gun for $200. And I mean, yeah, murder suicide situations, they don't really care how much they're spending, but I mean, you can make it $30 a bullet, right? And at that point it starts becoming kind of wild. But taxing, I think that might be a good solution. It is more expensive ammo instead of banning the guns, because we just can't get rid of the guns. That's when I mean, my main issue is without guns, you have no chance of ever, overthrowing a government or reinstate. Like, the only reason we got freedom from Britain is, one, we had guns, and two, we got pretty lucky. So, if you take away the guns part, we would probably be speaking British right now. So, kind of not cool. America wouldn't even be a thing without guns. Guns really is an essential part of being an American. It's so important that it's actually the second most important thing. First off being freedom of speech, which is what I'm doing right now, saying words, not caring what I'm saying, because I don't have fear of the government coming to my house for saying Biden's a retard, or saying that Trump did 9/11. I can say these things, and without fear of the government coming into my house and molesting me, right? That being said, the second amendment is about guns, saying you have the right to own guns, and not only own guns, but you have the right to bear arms, which is pretty badass. Bear arms would be pretty cool. Sorry, I'm on my second beer right now, so it's kind of I'm drinking Blue Moon today, so no mixed drinks, just a casual Blue Moon, Belgian white. But yeah, bear arms are pretty cool. So yeah, so we got really off track. Ballistic blankets are not the way to go. It's just not the route. But the route is also not banning all guns, because then government can come and grope you. Essentially, there needs to be a middle ground. And unfortunately with America, middle ground means you're a right racist. So sorry for taking the middle ground once again. I actually didn't take even a middle ground. I like guns. Let's keep on going. This one's pretty funny. Woman approved for affordable housing 29 years after applying. So let's read this a little. A Chicago alderwoman was floored to receive a letter informing her that she rose to the top of a wait list of affordable housing last month, nearly 3 decades after she applied. I first applied for affordable housing voucher in 1993. Alderwoman Jeanette Taylor said on Twitter, showing a photo of the letter from the Chicago Housing Authority. I finally got a call back in 2004 to tell me that my son had just graduated high school, couldn't be on the lease. Today, in 2022, I finally got a letter telling me I made it to the top of the waiting list. I have no words. Nice. That's a healthy society. It's a healthy society. I mean, a 30-year affordable housing waiting list. She continues to say, I have no words for how the system continues to fail our communities and those in need of stable, affordable housing. In those 29 years, the housing crisis in Chicago has only gotten worse. 30 years is a long time. That's a long time. I mean, the housing is only goes up. So the way I like to think about this is when investing in something like gold, there's only a certain amount of gold on Earth that's mineable. And that gives it an inherent value of scarcity, right? With land and property and real estate, there's only a certain amount of Earth, like literally surface area of Earth, the globe, to go around. That gives it scarcity. As there are more people born onto the planet, slices of Earth get more and more scarce. That's just how it works. So rent and home prices, in theory, only go up. Now, listen, I say this, and I've been preaching for a while that we are in for a crash, and we are. There is a storm a-brewing. That's for sure. But long term, and I'm talking long term, I'm talking like I'm 23, I'm talking when I'm 55, 30 years from now, it will be up. On average, almost everywhere on average, home prices will be up. With home prices going up, rents will go up, right? Now, that is just because, for instance, if I bought a house and I wanted to rent it out, I would have to rent it out at a price where I'm not losing money. If I buy a house for more money, I have to rent it out for more money. So I'm not losing money. It's called being cash flow. Getting cash flow from the property. And that also one reason, if you can pay rent on a house, you can almost always pay rent on the mortgage for the house, because you're basically paying their mortgage and them. It's different for apartments and stuff, but yeah, I don't know why you would pay rent to live in a house, but it's what it is. So, let's see, what was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Housing market crash. Houses only go up long term. True. I guess that was my point. We are in for a course correction. I'll say a course correction, because I don't think it will be a major crash like 2008, but it will be a correction. Prices will come down. People are pretty solid on their prices right now. people are not wanting to budge, but houses are staying on the market longer, which means people are not wanting to pay the ridiculous prices, which means eventually prices will come down. If they want to sell their house, that bad, the prices will come down to meet the demand. If people don't want to pay your ridiculous prices, no one will buy it, right? And if it's sitting out there for a month and you've got to move, you're going to bring it down. It's just going to happen. When you bring it down, it'll bring down the comps from around the houses. Comps are comparable homes. So, for instance, if you want to sell your home, they base the price of your home, off of homes around it that have sold. Like the average price in the home in the neighborhood, and they'll be like, well, price per square foot. They take the average. It's called a custom market analysis. It's what I do. It's my job. So they'll or comparative market analysis, almost interchangeable. And that's how they get the price of your home. As prices will come down, comps will get lower. People will get scared that their home prices are going down. They'll put it up for the price that they want, realize it's not selling, bring it down, and it's just the way that the market goes. Hopefully what doesn't happen, I'm saying I hope it doesn't happen, but I do hope it happens because prices do need to come down. But as prices start slipping, people start bringing it down, people start panicking and trying to undercut them. They're like, we got to sell. We got to make even. We got to make even. We're so deep in this house. We cannot sell it below this point. So they put it up for their minimum one, the exact breaking even, which is like worst case scenario, right? And then other people see that, and then it's like a massive just chunks of the market just dipping. And that's basically what I think the crash would look like. Is just like slow panic selling, like crypto, like when Bitcoin crashed, or when whatever Dogecoin crashed, just panic selling. I think we're at the phase in real estate right now where when it was, and I was fully in Dogecoin when this was happening, but it was sitting at 0.80 cents, the highest it's ever been. People are like, Doge to $1. Doge is going to make it to $1. It only needs 20 more cents. It's made it this far. It'll make it to $1. Those people that thought that sold when it hit 60. Sold when it hit 50. Sold when it hit 40. They have hope until they see everyone start selling. And they see it go from 80 to 70. And they're like, it's going to bounce back. Right? And then it goes 75. And they're like, I'm buying. I'm going to get to $1. Right? And then it goes down to 60. And they're like, okay. Well, my average is still 50. So my average is still 50. I'm in. I'm going to keep on buying. And then it drops to 60. And then it drops to 55. And then they're like, I got to cut my losses. And they sell out half their stuff, and that brings the Dogecoin even lower. Right? Now it's at 50. And now everyone who got in at 50 is selling because they're breaking even. And now everyone who's missed out on that sale is selling at 30 and then 20. And then before you know it, it's back to normal. It's a course correction. That's what I think a crash would look like for the housing market. Yes, Tosh? What's up? Tosh is in the building. I can't tell what she's saying. What are you saying? When am I done? I'm done in about 20 minutes. All right. I really have to piss. Okay. I will be right back after these short messages. I'm going to play this video and I will piss in the meantime because I did want to play this video. This is BTS in the White House. BTS in the house. So, BTS in the White House. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. everybody. Good afternoon. So much excitement. I know it's the Fed chair. It's a meeting.
Phones down, phones down.
I know. Yeah, boom,
Phones
boom.
down, please.
I mean, yeah. Forget about me. I know. Forget about me. Okay, so today on the final day of Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Thank you, HEROIN, for your kind words. And hi, we're BTS. And it is a great honor to be invited to the White House today to discuss the important issues of anti-Asian hate crimes, Asian inclusion, and diversity.
놀랐고 또 마음이 안 좋았는데요. 이런 일이 근절되는데 조금이라도 도움이 되고자 오늘 이 자리를 빌어 목소리를 내고 있습니다.
서로 존중하고 이해하기 위한 또 한 걸음이 되기를 바랍니다.
Jimmy said we were devastated by the recent surge of hate crimes, including Asian American hate crimes.
This is a really funny clip to just leave you guys on. Just like BTS in the White House. Just the BTS boys in the White House talk about Asian hate. I mean, yeah.
To put a stop on this and support the cause, we'd like
I just think there's something so funny about the entire squad of BTS in the White House. Like, okay, yeah, I get that they're Asian, but why are they in the White House? Who really even cares? Is my main point. Let's go to this one. This one's pretty funny. This one's fun. So this is EdCon. So EdCon is Ethereum, some cryptocurrencies, NFTs, crypto. It's a crypto con. So, you know, and it's funny that they call it a con because it quite literally is. So, yeah, I sold my crypto after this video. This is Ethereum crypto founder rapping.
See, we freestyle sometimes. Know your gas limit. Stay within it. Don't make mistakes or get invalid drummed. Yo, not just to pre-compile a change of opcodes. We're here to sustain and scale all the full nodes.
Proof of stake is hard, but what I do know is when we learn a shard, we'll change the whole game, though.
E2.0, yo! E2.0, yo! E2.0.
E2.0, yo. That is Ethereum 2.0, yo. Okay, let's continue. This is physically cringe. If you're just listening, you aren't missing anything. You're missing a bunch of lanky nerds on a stage dancing about crypto. Probably they're all millionaires. Probably. That's a sad thought, isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yo, E2.0, yo, Shot 3, BLS, and Lamport, and all of this crypto just sets the stage for Merkle proofs, plasma chains, plap, plap, Seekers, narcs coming over, quack, quack, privacy scaling in a snap, snap, constant products, oracles, tap, tap, Merkle proofs, plasma chains, plap, plap, Seekers, narcs coming over, quack, quack, privacy scaling.
All right, we're not gonna watch this whole thing, but I do need another drink. Yeah, I can't make it through this. All right, let's listen to his solo. This is Vitalik, Ethereum founder, dancing and rapping.
And that is that.
Constantinople is done. Fork, plasma group L2 engage. No fork, call of it. Privacy scaling.
No one subordinate. Every team and every project we can get far. Subvergic biologic, we work like a bazaar. Yeah.
staking all in the first phase. Spork, all of this coming in waves.
I really do. I do hate this. I do physically hate this. I mean, really, can you... What's going on with crypto? Why is crypto a thing? I used to be big into crypto. I'm just like, what? I feel like we have bigger fish to fry than a decentralized currency. We should work on a some sort of, maybe, can we make a health coin for like healthcare? Can we start focusing on actual issues instead of having Vitalik dance on the stage to a generic rap beat about cryptocurrency? Is that the state of the world that we want to live in right now? I don't want to live in it. Once again, I'm not saying I'm suicidal. I know that my therapist might be listening to that. I don't take that out of context. But yeah, let's continue. Johnny Depp Zishin and Amber Turd just finished their weeks. It feels like weeks at this point. It feels like 5. It feels like we've grown up together. We've gotten old. We've grown old together during this case. And as of today that I'm recording this, Amber Heard lost the case. Funny part is, Amber Heard's net worth is reportedly only $2.5 million, and now she has to pay Johnny Depp $10.35 million. Yikes. That's what you get when you falsely accuse someone of being a abuser. Hopefully this discourages other women from falsely accusing men of abuse. Now, is that such a wild thing to say? Would I get bombarded on Twitter if I tweeted that? Is that such a wild thing to say? Is it wild to say, I hope this discourages other women from falsely accusing men of assault? I hope not. I don't want to live in that world either. There's a lot of worlds right now that I don't want to live in. It's funny because last week we were like at the lake or something, and I just been having such an existential dread about everything, and I just I don't know if I was on an edible or something, but I just wanted to become a bird. I just wanted to be a bird. You ever just see a bird and you're like, dude, you have such a better life. You have such a... It's funny to say because a bird definitely does not have... they have to fight. They have to pick for worms, and they fly, and they use their energy in very specific ways, and they don't have any leisure time. Actually, I do see birds acting pretty leisurely. So maybe birds do have a good life. But they're flying. They're chilling, they're flying. Right? I do wish I was a bird. I think one day I even said I wanted to be a wave. Just water. Oh, God, dude. I'm dressed like a hobo. I'm actually physically ill. I'm not in a good way. I'm in a bad way. But yeah, I do want to be a bird. Sometimes I envy my cats. It's a bad time when you envy your cats. The cats do nothing all day. And for you dog people, your dog does nothing all day. You come home, you feed it. It doesn't have to work for its food. It doesn't have to clean for its food. It doesn't have to work 8 hours a day for its food. It gets food unconditionally. Well, I guess its only condition is that you pay for it, right? their cuteness. I guess their cuteness factor is the one conditional factor. The more cute they are, the more likely they are to be get a free meal, even if they were on the street. If they're cute enough, someone's gonna come by and grab you and feed you. I really do wish I was a cute dog. They have an easy life, or a cat, a nice cute little cat. Especially one of our cats. I find that I envy my cats more often. It's like, dude, you have no idea. You do nothing all day. Alright, whatever. Let's read this. A jury found that Johnny Depp, Heard's ex-husband, was entitled to $10 million in compensated damages and $5 million in punitive damages, reducing the judge... reduced by Judge Penny Zakaret to Virginia's $350,000 statutory cap, making payable amount $10.35 million. I'm not sure how this will be possible. She has a she must be worth tens of millions of dollars. Well, maybe not. Heard claimed in her testimony she earned $10 million between 2013 and 2019, and that she had a 4-picture deal with Warner Brothers that paid $400,000 for the first film and $1 million for the first Aquaman. She would be paid $2 million for the sequel, and if the third or fourth picture were ever made, she would be between $3 and $4 million in each role. The arrangement would have paid her $3.5 million thus far. Hurt has received $1.8 million on her first role in The Stand. So she doesn't have much money, apparently, to give Johnny Depp. I don't even know how these cases work, honestly. I'm just glad that it's over. And Disney must feel really stupid for recasting Johnny Depp. Wait, who'd they recast? Disney recast Jack Sparrow. God, what a bunch of retards. They must feel really stupid now. No one's gonna watch your movie. Who's recast? Confirmed. Disney officially replaces Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. Following the bombshells of ex-wife Amber Heard allegedly that legendary actor Johnny Depp physically assaulted numerous times throughout their rocky marriage, resulted in Hollywood blacklisting Depp. But believe all women. Wanted to make that clear. Believe all women, but also Johnny Depp was right. Here's one. Every actor who can replace Johnny Depp. This is great. Matthew McConaughey. Yikes. Joaquin Phoenix. Yikes. And no one. Okay. Well. Nice. They give us 3 people. Well, Disney, if wait, is this real? Disney hires The Rock as new Jack Sparrow. Is this real? Okay, thank God it's fake. The Rock is in everything. Dude, you know who they need to put it as Jack Sparrow? I still can't believe I'm dressed as a homeless person, by the way. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart to replace Jack Sparrow. They need a little bit of diversity in there. I don't think there's a single POC person of color in Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know if there's even a neurodivergent or someone on the gender spectrum in one of those shows. So here's what I suggest for the new Johnny Depp show. Kevin Hart as Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. So that is That is Kevin Hart in whiteface as Jack Sparrow, or as Johnny Depp playing Jack Sparrow. And then, of course, this new Jack Sparrow, the quest is to find the Fountain of Youth, right? And the Fountain of Youth is for... did they already do that? I think they already did that. They'll find the... They're going to be trying to find the missing... Davy Jones locker. Oh, did they do that? They did. Okay. They will be finding... Amber Heard's shitty bed. Oh. Well, Johnny Depp found that. So, we have about... no ideas on what to do. All I know is that it's going to star not Chris Rock, Kevin Hart. Sorry, that kind of down that second beer kind of fast. It's catching up. Okay, Kevin Hart's playing Johnny Depp, playing Jack Sparrow. Of course, this Jack Sparrow's in a gay relationship with Legolas, playing that guy. The guy in Pirates of the Caribbean divorces his wife. The girl from Thor. I don't know any of these actors' names. I just know them as the person from. I'm so bad with names. It's the person from Thor, the girl from Thor, Thor's love interest. She's also Lady Thor in the new Thor movie. And Legolas, divorce, and he dates Kevin Hart. And they are in an open gay relationship. And there's actually, in the new film, Disney goes way out of bounds, but it's actually hugely progressive. They show open male intercourse, full penetration. I'm excited for it, and it might get cut out in the Chinese version, but it's going to be in the American version. I guarantee it. Not only is that a gay, but that's a gay interracial relationship because it's Kevin Hart playing Johnny Depp playing Jack Sparrow. So that's actually massively, massively progressive. So I'm excited for that. Let's see. Let's finish off these. We actually don't have any TikToks for today, so. Metaverse murders will be punished as real crimes, says UAE's AI minister. The virtual world of the metaverse has already dealt with its fair share of sexual assault. Let's not forget the groping incident with the metaverse. We covered it a few podcasts ago, but let's continue here. But what happens when metaverse murders become next big crime? And what the hell does that even mean? The United Arab... I feel like Arab sounds bad. United Arab Emirates cracks down on metaverse murders. Via CNBC, metaverse murders are on top list of issues for the United Arab Emirates. Despite not being possible in most of the established metaverse platforms today, the virtual crime of killing another human may end up being punishable in real life. Al Olama explained, if I send you a text on WhatsApp, it's a text, right? It might terrorize you, but to a certain degree, it will not create memories that you will have PTSD from. But if I come into the metaverse and it's a realistic world and we're talking about it in the future, and I can actually murder you and you see it, it actually takes you to a certain extreme where you need to enforce aggressively across the world because everyone agrees that certain things are unacceptable. Wow. That's a horrible argument. He's saying essentially because VR will be so realistic that murdering will give you PTSD as if you actually got murdered in real life, then you need to be punished as if it's real life. What an idiot. But interesting developments. I'm excited to see where this goes in the future. Down the road, once we're all plugged in. It's probably not for 10 or so years, so we got some time before everyone's in the metaverse, all plugged up and plugged in. But that being said, we've come to a close here. We don't have any. Wait, do I have a single? Okay, I have one TikTok, so we'll watch this.
What's up, bro? It's one of them days, bro. You don't even want to talk to me right now, bro. I'm not in a good mood. You want to ask?
This is like a man on the street. He's asking this dude, "What's up?"
What's up, bro? It's one of them days, bro. You don't even want to talk to me right now, bro. I'm not in a good mood. You want to ask me what's wrong? Shit, where do I start, bro? Bro, I don't want to watch nothing. I don't want to talk to niggas, bro. I don't even want to go outside, bro. Nothing's fun no more. Eat snacks and shit, bro. They don't make them how they used to. I don't fuck with nothing. You usually see me, I'm happy as hell, right? Niggas, I'm cheesing Johnny Dang out this motherfucker. Right now, I'm feeling like Rod Wave, bro.
Well, that was sad. Thanks for listening.